Hello, good morning, students, kingdom citizens. How we doing today? Who is in the house? I'm ready to take some action. I wanted to squeeze in about 30 to 40 minutes before my girlfriend comes over. We're hanging out today. Today's girlfriend day. You know, one day out of the week or 2 days sometimes. I try to take some quality time from the business, right? Spend some time with the people that I love, people that I want to grow with, and people that I want to expand the kingdom with, and that is including you. So I want to try and go live for like the next 2 weeks, like every day. I'm gonna try and go live. I want to help a lot of people. I want to start really pouring into people and learning new concepts, new strategies, bringing in new ideas that I can bring your way that will help you grow, get you to the next level. Today's topic is going to be about velocity banking and refinancing. Can it work? Okay, that's the question. Now, for those of you that know me, you know that I'm not a big fan of refinancing whatsoever. Now, there are some differences between refinancing that I have learned to be a viable, creditable concept that even Grant Cardone does. Now, I don't understand how it works. Don't ask me how it works. I'm still learning. I've got some clients that are practicing it. They've done it before. It's worked for them. And they managed to figure out how to do a refinancing strategy along with velocity banking to enable them to actually do velocity banking. Okay? So in today's video, I will give you guys an example, and then I'll also do another video on the board with all the numbers so that you can get an idea of a real life example of what it would look like. And because I'm starting to turn an eye to it, especially for my clients in Canada. I've got a client in Canada that practices the refinancing strategy due to tax reasons more than actually paying off the debt. So to my knowledge, according to my client in Canada, taxes are really, really high. It's very expensive, how the tax system works, but I think you get a lot of things that us in the US probably won't get normally. So what he does is he's doing velocity banking right now. He's got the line of credit, he's got a mortgage that he's paying down, but the goal is not to actually pay off the whole mortgage. He's actually bringing like a $300,000 mortgage or a $200,000 mortgage all the way down to about like $100,000 owed. Then he refinances that mortgage into like another 30-year, but the payment is negligible, right? It's so small compared to what he was paying on 200,000 or 300,000, and he's doing this on multiple properties, right? So he'll do a refinance, he'll take the money out, he'll have a lower payment, he extends it out, and the reason why he's extends it out is because of the write-offs that he gets for having that debt. So he's actually leveraging the debt on multiple mortgages. I'm cool with that because it increases cash flow. And due to the system, the financial system that he's living under, it also makes sense. So here in the US, how can refinancing, or what are some strategies that you guys might know of that I don't, that I can learn about? Or maybe you know someone that is an expert in refinancing that you can refer me to. And if they have a program, I'll gladly buy it, go through it, right? And then teach it to you for free, right? Because you know that's what I do all day long. I look up stuff, I research it, and I practice it with clients. I practice it on myself, and then I implement it. And if it works, gets results, then I share it with you. So for the longest, I was against refinancing for many reasons. And my reasons are still valid, which is if you're refinancing to save money, you'll lose money. on student loans, on a mortgage, on a car note, almost every single time, you'll lose money because you're restarting the clock on that debt. But if you're refinancing to increase cash flow or to make an investment like someone like Grant Cardone does or other real estate investors, now we're on a different scale. We're on a different timeline here, especially if you have prior knowledge, you're a business owner, and you have assets. Tax-wise, it would make sense to do a type of a refinance strategy. But if you are not a business owner, you don't have any assets, you're neck deep, you're in the weeds, a lot of debt, and not a lot of cash flow, I don't think you have any business trying to do a refinance strategy when you could just go and get a line of credit and start creating damage, okay? So my points are still valid. My videos in the past are still valid in terms of why I don't like refinancing. Although there are some instances, there are some cases where refinancing does make sense. Now, I'll take a little break here, say hello to my family here. Hello, Jesus in the house. First one in the house. I love it. Dirk Jackson, how you doing? God bless you. Cruise Control, what's up? From the NYC, love it. Jeff Brown, how are you today? Good morning. Dirk says, wanted to get some help on velocity banking and infinite banking. Would love to serve you. Do me a favor, if you are not a client of mine, you've got two options. I am affiliated and partnered with IBC Global. They have a YouTube channel. They're awesome. If I can give a quick testimony to them, they are freaking awesome. They're so helpful. They'll answer all your questions. They'll help you design an infinite banking policy. They'll get it started for you. They'll help you out. They're great. The leader is awesome. The staff is great. I've learned so much from them in terms of infinite banking and actually combining the two, velocity banking and infinite banking together. So your option is you can visit them, okay? Or you can work with me. And we do both, velocity banking and infinite banking. They just do the policy design. They'll just design it for you. As soon as you start talking velocity banking, they're going to send you my way, right? So might want to consider that. If you go to my website, Dirk, go to the contact me page, fill out a form, and then write in the message that you're looking to start a policy, you're looking to combine the two, you're at that stage, right? And if you don't know if you're at that stage or not, we'll figure it out. I can kind of talk you through it, and we'll see what we get, okay? So that's your option there, and if you want to, go ahead and just tap the website in the it's in the description, but I'm also going to type it. All right, so that's for you. It's my name, Denzel Rodriguez. Yep, you're welcome. Let's see. Hello, Craig. Good morning, and Daniel. How are you from Tennessee? Love it. Keisha. Hello. Derek Palmer. Watson says, I purchased a car with high interest rate through dealership. I refinanced through credit union at great rate and terms, paid off car in 2 years instead of 5. My question is, did you do velocity banking? Because that's another instance where it would make sense. You've got, I want to assume that you have cash flow, that you have a line of credit, okay? And you've got a specific debt that you can possibly refinance, okay? But if you're going to refinance, I know me, if I was going to refinance, I want to go down. Like if I have a 10-year, I want to refinance it into a 5-year. If I got a 30-year mortgage, I want to refinance it into a 15-year. And if it makes sense in terms of what the monthly payment would be, if it doesn't kill our cash flow, and then we have a line of credit to go with it, then we just cut 30 to 15, and then doing velocity banking, we turn 15 into 5, or 4 or 6, whatever the case may be. So it does make sense. That's why I'm doing this video. Like, in some cases, not all, most cases, refinancing will not make sense. But in some, there are. I'll give you another example. My friend, I got a client, always on the live. He might even be here now, I'm not sure. But he had a 40-year mortgage. 40 years. I didn't even know they go that high. 40-year mortgage. And before he refinanced, we got the line of credit. We started doing velocity banking. We started increasing cash flow. We paid off his car. We paid off credit cards, all the way up until we just had the mortgage. Then he refinanced the 40-year into a 15-year, right? His monthly payment went up a few $100s, but that was okay because we already increased our cash flow by over $500-600 prior to. So it was okay. It didn't hurt our cash flow. Refinanced into small mortgage. He has a line of credit, and he's chunking on top of that refinance. So he turned 40 mortgage to 15-year mortgage, and then with velocity banking, we're going to pay it off in 2.5 years. I believe 2.5, almost 3 years. So that's not bad at all. Okay, makes sense. All right, let me see, does anyone have any situations, or if you're new to the channel here, you're listening for the first time, say hello. Or if you have been watching for quite some time, and let's say you're struggling trying to get velocity banking going, and you're looking for alternative options to velocity banking before you actually get started, right? There are definitely some key factors that can help us do velocity banking when we're not equipped just yet. Like if we don't have the line of credit, our credit score is bad. I got so many people that reach out to me with poor credit, poor cash flow, poor everything, right? And I almost feel helpless sometimes because velocity banking doesn't work if you don't have cash flow, and if you don't have a line of credit, and if you're not disciplined. Like, there's things that we got to put in place first, right? Now, for some people out there that, let's say you got a 401k, you have a life insurance policy with cash value in it, or you've got savings, we could potentially leverage those things to either get a line of credit, whether it be secured or unsecured, or start a policy, use the policy as a debt weapon, as a debt tool, like a line of credit, or potentially if you are a business owner and you do real estate, you're an investor, you've got multiple different properties and you can flip the debt around. Some people do that. You flip debt, or you do a cash out refinance. That's what it's called. It's different from a regular refinance, I believe. I don't know. You're gonna have to educate me on that. But you got a refinance on a mortgage over here. You get the money, and then you pay off a mortgage over here, and then you get a HELOC, or it increases cash flow somehow. It's just playing, moving, flipping money around. I have clients that do it. It seems to work. They get results. They come back to me. They work with me in my program, and we get things going. We've got 40 people in the house. Say hello if you haven't already. If you're working, I understand. If you're driving, I understand. All right? God bless you. Love you very much. Love the support. All the time, you guys coming on here, hanging out with me for a few minutes. Let's see. Manny, good morning from Florida. How you doing? King, Portland, Connecticut. Good morning. Joel, how you doing? Walter, how's it going? Modeling, hello, hello. Selvin, how you doing? Brigitta, hello, hello. It's been a while since we spoke. I've sent you some emails. Check it out. I'd like to get a progress update on where you're at and see how you're doing. Let's see. Best way or advice to pitch the velocity banking idea to a spouse. It will be hard to change banking strategies old school way. Love the videos. I don't have the best pitch. I would never pitch my partner or spouse. Rather, show them and be open and conscious to the way they feel and feel them out. Sit them down. Say, honey, let's have a dinner. Take her out. Go watch a movie. Take her out to the nice restaurant. All right? Do something nice. Massage her feet. Rub her back. Okay? You got to get her in the zone. Right? Or him. You got to get him in the zone. Get him in his zone. You got to get him when he's, after he's come home from work, he's got a full meal in him, and he's not watching TV. He's getting ready to go to, he's just relaxed. You got to get him in. You got to get your spouse at that relaxed moment when they're not tense and stressing and worrying about money, right? And then pick your favorite video that I've made so far, okay? Pick your favorite video and just watch it with them. Don't say, here, watch this video, honey, and let me know what you think. No. Watch it with them even if you watched me 100 times, right? Just watch it with them, sit them down, and wait. Don't say anything. Silence is sometimes the best tool that you can use in your arsenal when you are having a conversation with people. Just look them in the eye in silence. Utter conviction that you believe 100% that this can work. And when you give that energy to them, it's bound that they're going to receive it and they'll be willing and more open to it. So really, really consider that rather than talking about the velocity banking features and benefits, talk about the destination. Where does it lead to? The end result. What could be? What shall be? Right? Versus what we have right now. And I promise you that should at least get to the next step. She might take a next step. He might take a next step. I'm telling you, happens all the time. It's all in due time, right? God will figure out a way. Trust me. You just pray. You keep staying diligent. You do your thing. I'm telling you, it'll work. Bronx. What's up, Denzel? Back again. Filled out a form. Waiting to close on the house before getting started. Cool. Look forward to it. If you join my lifetime program, you'll also get access to my Velocity Banking Masterclass that I will be starting in November. Okay? So for everyone that's not a client, you are not a client, you're not a lifetime client, all you do is watch tons of videos and you haven't took any action with me per se just yet, but you're learning and you're trying to, make sense of what's going on with velocity banking, how it can work for you. Understand that I will have an actual course certification class starting towards the end of this year. So I encourage you to get your money right between now and then. So you sign up for the class and become very conscious and aware and become masters over this concept so you can get the results that you want for your life financially. Okay? Let's see. No, I didn't know about that at the time, but just reduced my mortgage by $8,000 since February using your method of velocity banking, and I'm on Social Security with 2 rental properties. Nice. That's awesome. Getting results. Love it. I really like it when, I have viewers that are not clients and they're getting results, even without my one-on-one help, because maybe they don't really, there's some smart people on this channel. I know you're out there. You watch me all day. You're just watching, you're waiting for a moment. I don't know what it is. You're waiting for a sign or something like that. But there's some real smart people in here that can literally watch my videos and like that, they just start doing it. And I want that to happen on purpose, because the more money I can flow your way, it's only going to come back to me 10x. The more I give, the more I receive, right? It's the universal fact. It's the way, man, that's God's system right there. And I love his system. It works great because at the end of the day, whether they didn't sign up or did sign up, I know I'm going to meet them later down the road, whether it be at an event or when I start making videos about real estate deals, about, market deals and company deals. Oh, they're going to come around and be like, dang, that guy helped me pay off over 100, 200, 300, 400,000 of debt, and I never sent him $1. Sometimes, not everyone, but most people will feel the urge to want to give back, whether it be to me or someone in the community here, right? Or something that I'm doing, whether I start a nonprofit. So I'm being patient with it. I'm betting that if I just keep giving this content, this free information that people hold for secret for thousands of dollars, man, it's gonna come back more than I could possibly measure, right? Waiting on it patiently. And you know what? This month has been an extreme blessing, and I just want to give praise to God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, that has just overflowed, overtaken my whole persona, my demeanor, my character, my everything. This month, ladies and gentlemen, I will be breaking 20,000 in revenue in 1 month. I come from not much, okay? So to actually do that, and I think people need to hear that. I think people need to hear someone else doing it, taking action, and it'll inspire them to take massive action. Wow, like 20,000 in revenue, going from making 2,000 a month, okay, working 50 plus hours a week for a company that was not loyal to me, that did not respect my value, that did not want to see me grow. They want to see me down, right? So to go from that to now in a position, in a high position with authority, with God's favor more than anything, and his trust in me, to now hit 20 plus thousand in revenue in less than 9 months, people. So for those that are struggling financially, I'm telling you, if you walk in purpose, God's going to make a way for you. He really will. Even for my non-believers out there. Listen, if you walk in purpose, results will occur. Okay? I encourage you to consider your ways. If things aren't working in your life, spouse is against you, wife's against you, husband's against you, you guys are just not on the same page, I urge you to consider your ways. Surrender what you think you know about the world, about money, about God. Surrender it all, right? And be open to receiving something new. And wow, the energy that will flow through your household. Everything changes. The dynamics of how you treat people. It's incredible, man. So I just want to give God a praise. 20,000 in revenue, people. All right? And I can't wait to just start blessing people in massive ways. People I don't even know, right? Like, for example, the 52 people watching right now. Does someone is someone struggling, okay, in the weeds right now, and you're willing to be open and say, you know what, I need help, right? If that's you and you're in the weeds and you're stuck and you need help paying a bill, I urge you to fill out a form. For the 55 people watching now, if there's someone in here that I don't know, you're not a client, okay? I don't know you, we never spoke before. You've just been watching me for a little while. Even in the recording, I don't care. Someone that needs absolute help, and I'm going to be serious. I'm going to require your pay stubs, okay? I want to see it. You got to be completely honest with me. I will bless you. Okay? I don't know how many people. I'm just going to allow God to just tell me where to guide it, where to guide the money. But I'm being really serious. If there's someone in there that's struggling, all right? Look, I'm making all these videos, I'm trying to give you guys ideas and concepts, and your energy is low. I want to bring your energy up. Let me help you, you know, maybe it's a hospital bill that you need to take care of, or you know, something you're struggling with. Listen, God's blessed me beyond measure, and I just want to pour it out to you, to someone I don't even know, to really show God's nature and character. All right? Because what we're doing on this channel is no joke. Just wait on it. Just wait on it. I promise you. Just wait on it. All right? Let's answer some more questions. Let's see. Beginner, yeah, I know you can't get a line of credit. That's okay. We're going to get there. Do you know of any credit union who would approve someone like me? I don't know, but if you keep working on your credit, building your credit up, and you look at the local credit unions in your area and just build relationships with the credit unions in your area. It doesn't take a lot of time, right? You just walk into the bank, you talk to someone, you talk to the teller, you talk to the manager, and you see what data you can pull, right? You feel people out. You never know. Let's see, the way I got my husband on board was by showing him an amortization schedule and how much of the monthly payments are going to interest. Great. Showing numbers. Love it. That's what you got to do sometimes as well. Just show the numbers, baby. Show the numbers. Let's see. Selvin says, what is the price of your courses? I do coaching by the hour for $97. And then I have a lifetime program for $9.97. One-time payment. You have me for life. That is only from a limited time. I'm currently at 23 spots remaining. Just got another lifetime sign up the other day. So I'm at 23 spots remaining. If you want that. That's literally my only program right now. And then I'm creating a Velocity Banking Masterclass towards the end of the year. Around November 1st is when it'll start. You'll see it on my website probably in the next couple weeks once I finish the fine-tunings. Wendy Wilson, hello. How you doing? That's how I've done it. Watch your videos, and it's working great for me. Love it. Is 650 a good score to obtain a personal line of credit? Sure it is. I was at a 630, 640, and I got mine, so, you know. But I did have a co-signer. So, listen, again, it's bank by bank, situation by situation, state by state, credit union by credit union. You got to do your homework. You have to. Brianna says, I've shared your channel with friends. Love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support. I love you. Truly. Trey, hello Denzel. I would like to thank you for being you. I'm excited to start Velocity Banking in June to pay off my car. Next will be my real estate investment. Love it. Love it. Denzel, got a new job in Texas, currently in California with a house. I'd like to keep my house in California to rent out. I sent my form in last night. Would like to get with you to try to figure out how to do that. Okay. All right. I'll look at it and see if we can, you know, you can get on my calendar, you know, book a 1 hour call with me, and we'll map it out. All right. Glory, says Brianna. I love it. Hello, Denzel. I would like to work with you to help me get me out of it, some of debt. No, not some of debt, all of debt. All of the debt. Okay, not some of the debt, but all of the debt. Okay? Keep going, 10x. Yeah, man, 10x. $2,000 a month to $20,000 a month. Yo, that's 10x, okay? And, you know, with Grant Cardone, he says now you got to 10x again. You got to go from 20 to 200,000, and I just can't comprehend that right now. I'm trying to enjoy the 20 right now and just, you know, keep that consistently. So we'll see what we do, you know. So I don't know, man. It's just amazing seeing commas in the bank account, a couple of zeros, not knowing what the hell to do with it, other than just to bless people, you know, and having a very, you know, like when you just not thinking negative with the money, like it's just like when your brain only thinks good, like to get to that point, is something I've wanted my whole life, is to just have a clear head. God says that he wants us to have good success. So if he says that he wants us to have good success and he wants us to have good rest, I'm sure he's implying that there must be something called bad success, right? And bad rest, right? How can you have success that's bad? Ever thought about that? Imagine making a ton of money your whole life, but no relationships. To some, that might seem like bad success. Who are you going to spend the money with when you got no friends, no family, no home? You got the house, but no home, right? You have a relationship, but no partner. You know, you're in what you call a relationship, but it's not a partnership. It's not a, you're not completely yoked. You haven't become one, right? So, I mean, this relays all throughout business, having business connections, but not business relationships, and that extra that comes with it. So I don't know. I'm just, throwing things out there right now. Who's got some questions? Thanks for the congratulations, Jasper, and modeling. Thank you, thank you. All right, Jose, okay. Keisha, Jose, I'm working with Denzel. I'd like to talk. I would like to talk. Okay, you didn't finish your sentence. Uncle G is the man. Sure is. Dirk says humility is key. Antonio, hello, my friend. Wendy, I have a man I took in as he was homeless for 5 years. He had 4 strokes. He finally got approved for Social Security help of $500 a month and is struggling. I'd love to serve him. Let's put something together, Wendy. What can we do? Does he live on his, does he live with you still? And, is he capable of working? Or, I don't know, let's discover his purpose. What does God have for him right now? Can we figure that out together? Can you fill out a form for me with your name, Wendy Wilson, with that same line sentence so that I remember and I can look for that, and we can set up a call, and at least let's see what type of action we can take. How can we continue to bless this man, and help him become self-sufficient in such a way? What can we do? All right, so that's one right there. One person. You know what's funny? What I've noticed is when you try to help people for free, or you try to give, especially when the people that really, really need it, they won't say a word. The people that don't need it, they take advantage of it. Yeah, help me. They're willing. Hey, guess what? That person that really needed it, they missed their blessing. They missed their blessing. I went to a church one time, and they allowed me to speak in front of their whole audience, and I was willing to bless someone there, and they went up, and I gave them my information, but they never took action. How can I help you if you don't take action, right? I mean, there's so many situations like that. I like to just go out into the world, right, and see who will grab my hand for help, who will hold my hand, who will accept it. Because the way you want the blessing is almost never going to come the way you expect it. So when it does come, you got to drop the pride. You got to drop it all and just be willing to receive it, right, for just that moment. Let's see. Katrina, Denzel, when you are putting money into your HELOC, do you make your deposits as a regular payment or a principal payment? My interest accrues daily, so how do I get around the interest? Katrina, is your HELOC a principal and interest payment? Answer me that first. If it's a principal and interest payment, the way you minimize the cost of the HELOC is by chunking strategically, not the whole amount, a portion, based on cash flow, based on the debt that you're trying to kill. Once we figured out the numbers on the chunk side, because this is how you don't pay any interest on your debt tool, is based on what you're tackling. So if I have a car that I want to pay off, right? Run it through the amortization schedule. See how much, look at your statements and see how much interest you're currently paying on that monthly payment and for the life of the loan. You get that number. Then you look at your line of credit and we determine the chunk. If the chunk is 10,000, the interest rate is X. We know in a year this is how much interest we'll pay, and then we do the math and we see how much interest we'll pay daily, right? Based on the chunk amount that goes to the debt, understand that when you made the chunk, you save X amount of dollars in interest. We need to know what that number is, right? On how much we're saving on that interest, on that debt that we want to pay off, okay? Then, based on that interest savings, is a cushion for whatever interest you pay on the line of credit. So technically, yes, you are paying interest on your line of credit. There's no way to get around that cost. The way to get around it is by strategically chunking so that the interest, if I can say it right, the interest that you removed from that debt, let's say it was $3,000 of interest you save on your first chunk towards a specific debt. So you've got $3,000 in interest savings. Now you have a debt on the HELOC. It starts to accrue daily interest. That's how it works. That daily interest is roughly a few dollars a day, not a lot. So if we can pay off the HELOC itself within 6 months or less, Katrina, within 6 months or less, right? And you do the math and you say, okay, over 6 months, I paid $350 in interest on the HELOC. Ask the question, did I pay that interest or not? The answer is no. Some think yes. The answer is no. How did I pay interest on $350? It says I paid interest on $350, but remember I saved $3,000 over here, along with the principal balance dropping, right? So if I paid $350 over here, I saved $3,000. My net savings is what? $2,650. Boom. If we do that every time we chunk, then you are not paying interest on the HELOC. That is how you get around it, Katrina. That is an extended answer to your question. I hope that makes sense, right? So there's a lot of moving factors that we want to consider there, okay? All has to do with the chunk, the cash flow, the debt, the line of credit interest, everything, right? There's some that are less valuable than others, right? Like I always say, look, cash flow is the most important thing. When you're doing velocity banking, we want to chase cash flow first, interest savings right after that, then, chunk them out, line of credit, the flow, the timeline, all that comes into consideration when we're ironing out the numbers, okay? Antonio says, Denzel, I'm the Instagram guy. I will set up an appointment to speak. You are so right about trying to help people. Yep, man. Jeremy Carpenter, how you doing? Do you have any suggestions for increasing cash flow other than the obvious? Like cutting out some unnecessary spending, escrow account can't be turned over to me per bank, and W-4 has been adjusted. Yes. Well, if you consider 10xing to be obvious, well, that would be another answer to that. Let's see, what are some other ways? Does anyone have any other ideas on how to increase cash flow? If you've already filled out your W-4, you're already cutting back, you're going radical, you're being minimalist, you're cutting off bills. Think of things. I mean, the only other thing that I know is to sell something and to 10x. Grow your income. Why not? Right? See, a couple more minutes. I got to wrap up. Girlfriend said she'd be at the house at 12, and it is 12. So I'm going to go a couple more minutes. I'm going to answer the last couple questions here. Denzel, how do you suggest taking the money out of the 403B? It's like a 401k to fund my policy. Is it worth it, given that I will have the 10% penalty? Look at the 72T distribution first. Check that out. Let me know. We can work the numbers out. Antonio, I just watched a video from a spectator that says amortization compound interest is no different than simple interest. Insane how people cannot see how the system is created. I agree. Honey says, waiting for you to be done. Okay, hopping off. It's time to show some love to the one and lonely. So, gotta head out. To recap, velocity banking and refinancing. It can work in some cases. Let's do the math first before you make any moves. Get the education. Surround yourself with people that can help you with refinancing. Don't be sold into the first refinancing strategy. You've got refinancing, you've got cash out refinance, okay? There's different strategies, all right? Check it out. Let me know what you think. It was nice spending some time with you guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.